If you follow my channel at all, you know that I help people earn college degrees really fast. I'm talking 3-month college degrees, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months, really, really fast. But you might not know that there are actually two completely different ways to do this. And in today's video, I'm going to walk you through how to earn college degrees in like 6 months or less. But I'm going to show you both strategies so you can figure out which strategy is best for you and you can go get your degree faster. So I hope is that this video adds a ton of value to your life and that it's the best, most valuable video you've watched in a really long time. Now, if you are interested in earning college degrees quickly, just subscribe to the channel because that's what this channel is all about. Now, I'm going to dive into these two strategies. One is more popular and the other is, in my opinion, better. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the more trendy, more popular option because it is a good fit for some students. Now, strategy number one is very simple, and it's essentially earn as much of the degree outside of the college as you possibly can through third-party credit providers, through CLEP exams, things like that. Basically, you're earning self-paced college credits away from the school, and then you're transferring them into university, and you're completing as little as you possibly can through the university. Let's say you transfer in 3 years of transfer credits, and you can go earn those credits in 6 to 12 months, and then you finish the remaining 1 year at your university. You're talking like 1.5 years for an entire college degree, and you did most of it without actually being enrolled in the college. Now, to give you an idea of how to do this or what types of credits, let me give you some examples. One very tried and true method for earning college level credits away from college is through CLEP exams. If you go to clep.collegeboard.org, you can essentially purchase CLEP exams or college level exams instead of taking the entire class. Now, if we look at exam topics, there are a whole bunch to choose from. If you scroll through here, you can just pick an exam and purchase the exam. As you can see, they're $97 for one college level exam, and this counts as a college class. You take the exam and then you transfer it into your university, and then they accept that in place of taking a class, and you don't have to take the class. Well, taking a whole bunch of these can save you a lot of time with your degree. Now, another popular option is called study.com. It's a little bit different than just taking an exam. You're basically taking a fully self-paced course outside of the university and then transferring it in, just like you would a CLEP exam. If we look at their courses, you can go into all sorts of different subjects, and you can just purchase courses, take them through the study.com platform, and then transfer them into the school. Now, the cool thing with study.com is it's a subscription based. So instead of like CLEP exams, paying $99 for one exam, you can choose one of two options. They have what's called their college starter plan, and you essentially pay $95 a month to complete unlimited courses. And they have 70 different gen ed course offerings. So you're like your math, science, English, history, pay $95 a month and get through as many of those classes as you possibly can. Or their college saver plan, which is also unlimited courses. Instead of 2 at a time, you can do 3 at a time, which that doesn't make a huge difference to me because I'm a fan of just doing 1 at a time and then moving to the next course. But it's unlimited, and the difference between these two plans, obviously price, $95 a month or $235 a month, but this college saver plan offers upper level courses as well. So let's say you're going to get a tech degree. Maybe it's computer science or cybersecurity. You can go take tech classes and then transfer those classes in and then finish the degree at the school. The college starter is just gen ed classes. Now, another really popular option is trending huge right now. It's called Sophia Learning. If you go to sophia.org, it's another subscription-based college course offering program. And essentially you pay $99 a month. So it's similar to study.com's lower level plan. And you choose from all these different number of courses. Now, they don't have quite as many courses, not even close to as many courses as study.com, but the $99 a month is really attractive. Now, this Sophia Learning is owned by the same company that owns Capella University. So if you hate Capella, you think they have a bad reputation. I don't love Capella. Just know they're the same company. So you need to make sure that the schools you're transferring into actually accept these credits, but it can be a good option for a lot of people. Now, another solid option is called straighter line. I actually helped a student get his degree faster, and he loved straighter line. Like, this was his favorite way to earn college credits. He just loved how it worked. And essentially, it's like kind of halfway between a CLEP exam and Sophia.org and stay.com. It's college level courses. Like, if you look at their courses, they have a whole bunch of different courses. And I think straighter line is actually really good for math classes. So if you struggle with math, this might be a good option, but it's not subscription based. It's more like CLEP exams. Now, what we're doing here is you can purchase individual courses or you can purchase bundles. As you can see here, they have like a nursing degree bundle where you take 4 courses that would go towards your nursing degree and you save 20%. Or let's say you wanted to do some pre-med. You can take these pre-med courses, general chemistry, organic chemistry 2, and biochemistry. And for this particular package, it's $249. $249 for 4 college classes. That's like a full semester of college that normally would cost $5,000 to $10,000 for $249. It's quite a good deal. It's just not the same as like a $99 or $97 a month unlimited subscription offering. Now, step 2 of this process, and remember, we're talking about strategy number 1. We're going to get into strategy number 2, but step 2 of strategy number 1 is to actually transfer these credits into schools. Now, the kind of downside of this strategy is most schools cap how many outside credits they will accept, and some schools won't even accept any of these types of credits. It just depends on the school. So what students have done historically is they've found schools like these: Excelsior University, or Charter Oak State College, or Thomas Edison State University, or a handful of others, or lots of online programs accept these transfer credits as well. But what students have done is they've found universities like these that have really relaxed standards for accepting transfer credits. It's almost like, hey, if you go get credits somewhere else, we'll take them. And they'll count those towards your degree, and you get your degree that way. Let's say you transfer in 3 years of your degree. You just have to take 1 final year at the school. And some of these schools kind of developed a reputation for being the go-to for this type of strategy, and just, hey, we'll accept them. And they wanted to bring in these types of students because it's money for the school and it's an angle that other schools don't really offer. Now, the downside of these is when there are paths like this available, let's go get a bunch of credits outside, transfer them in because it's easier and it's cheaper. What happens is floods of students start using these types of strategies and attending these types of schools. And all of a sudden it damages the reputation because schools become known for, oh, you're just that transfer credit school, or you'll accept anything. And it kind of lowers the quality of degree because the quality or reputation of the school has gone down. Maybe the course offerings that they teach in school or their quality of education hasn't gone down, but the reputation has gone down. And that can be really damaging. Like, it would be hard if you found this new opportunity and went to this particular school and used one of these accelerated methods, and then 5 years later, all of a sudden that school just has a terrible reputation because it's been used and abused. I hope that makes sense. Now, this is strategy number 1. Earn credits outside the school, transfer them into a school that will accept them, and finish the degree at the university. I personally am not a fan of this strategy. What's happened is I've seen these outside transfer credit offerings. They've just kind of lost reputation and quality of education is lower. And what happens is a lot of schools just won't accept them, and schools change their minds all the time. There are schools that are like, yes, we accept credits from Sophia.org, and then they get flooded with students, reputation gets lower, and the school doesn't want that. So the school does what I believe is the correct move for the university, is they just stop accepting them and take that away. Well, let's say you go earn a bunch of transfer credits and then the school makes that change before you transfer in, you can lose those credits. So you got to be careful. It's not the end of the world problem. If you do those credits quickly, the risk is definitely lower. but it does happen. Another thing is if you earn a bachelor's degree that's really heavy in transfer credits, what you'll see is you'll find a school that will accept those for a bachelor's degree, but then you'll try to transfer into a master's program down the road, and the master's program doesn't accept the bachelor's degree because it's heavy with those types of credits. Another downside is a lot of people change their major choice. Essentially, let's find the majors that offer the most elective credit flexibility, and then let's just transfer in a bunch of random credits and then go get a degree like that. Well, that leaves you sometimes with a liberal arts degree or a liberal studies degree or a general studies degree. And I just don't like those degrees. They historically have way lower incomes once you get jobs, and they get you less jobs, and all the data shows it. It's just something that I don't love. So let's get into strategy number 2, which is my personal favorite strategy, and I think it's usually a better fit for students. Now, this is, again, not just a one-part strategy. It takes more than one steps to approach this strategy, but step number 1 is to find fully self-paced college programs offered by universities. So essentially, instead of self-paced credits outside of the university, you're finding universities that offer self-paced options inside of their schools. And to me, that makes a huge difference. Now, what I usually look for is called competency-based education programs. The reason I love these is because these programs are structured so that if you prove to the school you've gained the knowledge they're teaching, they will give you credit for the class. And a lot of times that proof is just passing the final exam for the class. So it's like taking a CLEP exam, but it's like doing it inside the school, and it doesn't look sloppy on your transcripts, and you can go just as quickly, sometimes even faster. Now, schools I like for this, Western Governors University has been doing this longer than anyone else. They have been around since before Google. The school was established by a group of governors, and they wanted online options for adult students. And this school is one of my absolute favorites for adult students. They have business degrees, tech degrees, health and nursing degrees, education degrees, and they have a really good history of getting students into even Ivy League schools after graduation. The reputation's there. They have great track record with job placement, which I really love. Another popular option is called Purdue University Global, but there's a catch. Not all of their programs are self-paced. So if we go into degree programs, go to business degrees, for example, let's say we go down to like business administration. As you can see here, there's this Excel track Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, or there's this regular Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. These Excel track programs, these are the self-paced options where you can prove to the school you have the knowledge and in return get credit for the class. Another option is called University of Massachusetts Global. Again, another catch, not all of their programs are self-paced. Let me show you how to find those. If we go into academic programs, if you scroll down and filter ways to learn, online or online self-paced, let's filter for self-paced. And what you're looking for is these MyPath programs. These MyPath programs are their competency-based education programs. They're fully self-paced. The University of Wisconsin has their flexible option programs, fully competency-based and self-paced. The University of Kansas is just about to launch their Jayhawk Flex programs. Again, competency-based and self-paced. University of Maine at Presque Isle is really popular for these as well. They're called their Your Pace programs. And there are others like Capella University or Walden University or Southern New Hampshire University. Lots of schools have competency-based programs. What you need to look for is schools that don't cap how many credits you can earn in a single semester. And a cherry on top would be a school that offers what's called flat rate tuition. Essentially, flat rate tuition means you pay for how much time it takes you to graduate instead of for every credit. So the faster you graduate, the less you pay. Now, finding these schools is step 1 of this better, in my opinion, strategy. Step 2 is a little bit different. Yes, these schools allow you to go through their programs at your own pace. But here's the catch. The schools, out of the kindness of their hearts, teach you. Well, that's where the problem lies. When schools teach you, they use this old school traditional approach of teaching. And that is lectures and homework and lesson plans and study guides and quizzes and essays and all of these things that we're all familiar with because that's how we grew up. That's how we went to school, right? Well, here's the thing. That is not the most efficient way to learn. So when you get into these self-paced programs, if the school is teaching you how to learn using this traditional cycle, guess what? It's going to take us a normal amount of time to learn. They're structured so that 4 years of school takes you 4 years to learn, even though it's at your own pace. So this is where the big strategy comes in. And the strategy is what I call going rogue. And essentially what that means is don't do things the school's way. Instead of learning using their materials and their structure, we're going to figure out what we need to learn and we're going to self-study for our degrees. Did you ever have any friends or someone you know that was maybe homeschooled and they went to school for like an hour or two a day and they graduated high school at 16 years old instead of you at 17 or 18 years old, but they only went to school for an hour a day? That's kind of what this is. These homeschool students for elementary, junior high, and high school, they self-study. It's all self-study methods, and it's faster to learn that way instead of the school's traditional cycle. And that is the difference with all of this. If we can find these programs that are self-paced, but we can learn the material using modern technology. Let's use Google, let's use YouTube, let's use AI to help us learn. And no, that doesn't mean cheat. And no, that doesn't mean you're learning less. You're just learning efficiently. And that is all the difference in the world. So strategy number one is to find these outside self-paced credit options, transfer them into universities that are lax with transfer credits. Strategy number two is to find universities with self-paced options and then self-study our way through that structure of program. Those two options are the fastest ways I have ever seen to earn college degrees. And if you're wondering for reference, how fast can I graduate? I have helped students earn full bachelor's degrees as quickly as 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months. It just depends on the student, but it's literally a matter of how fast can you learn the material, and it's not determined on the structure of the school. And that's what makes all the difference. Now, if you want to learn more about this process, I help students do this all the time. I have a program called Degree Hacking Academy. I'll leave a link to that down below in the video description, and maybe I can help you save multiple years of college. But here's the thing. I hope this video has added value to your day and you walk away and save at least a year of college. If you want to save multiple years, look at those resources down below in the video description. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.